I had grander plans.
I'm almost definitely premature in making this, and I get that I've only been at this video making thing for a few weeks, and these things take time. But maybe what I'm really trying to do here is reassure myself. I'm just wondering, is it working? What do I even want in doing this? And at first I thought I was just trying to build a platform so that one day I can be a famous writer, but I'm starting to think that's not even true anymore.
What's happening? I don't know. Like, I feel like this maybe isn't gonna come off well, but I feel like we live in like a difficult world for anyone who wants to do something that kind of falls outside of the ordinary. And if you are someone who is not from like a big urban center and doesn't have a lot of family connections, it can feel really impossible to like pursue this dream of like producing something in the world, because I'm a nobody. I'm a nobody from nowhere. I'm nobody from Nowheresville, Michigan. Yeah, it's true. I'm here right now. I'm right here in Nowheresville, Michigan. As I speak to you, I'm visiting my parents from London, from my big glamorous city life in London that nonetheless has given me absolutely zero connections. You know, I really did think like all I had to do was just like move to the big city and I'm gonna meet the right people. Like I'm just gonna be sitting in a cafe writing and someone's gonna come up to me and be like, "Hi, do you look like the voice of a generation?" I'm like, "Yeah, thank you for noticing." I'm kidding. Where am I? This dream, pursuit of this dream, has gone through various iterations over the years. So I would say like sometime around maybe the early 2010s, I had my blogging era when I like started off with like kind of really wanting to be like a lifestyle blogger. I really wanted to write stuff about like cooking and decorating and fashion and all that. And so like I would like cook these, like also I like didn't know how to cook at the time, so I'd like make these like ugly meals in my ugly kitchen in my ugly apartment and like take bad photos of them and post them online. It was very bad, but it was very fun. I had a short-lived living abroad blog when I first moved to London, and that was a lot of fun too, but you know, it didn't last very long. It basically lasted until like I started getting invited to like go to the pub, and turned out I really wanted to like go to the pub more than I wanted to write my living abroad blog, because like why write about living abroad when you can just go and live it? And then kind of we're moving into the writing adjacent era of my life. Why am I dividing it into eras? Is this because of Taylor Swift? It probably is. Like, damn it. We have now come to my writing adjacent era. Fine. Okay, so like in The Artist's Way, Julia Cameron talks about how people with creative ambitions likely will choose jobs or other kind of professional-esque pursuits that approach the creative medium they want to work within without actually forcing them to like fully embrace the thing they want to do, you know, kind of doing it in a more socially validated way. Let's use me as a case study for how this creativity adjacent thing works. And so like this could be in the way that I just did degree after degree after degree that I didn't want or need, because it did involve writing and I thought it might bring me closer to being a writer, but it wasn't really the writing I wanted to do. And then when I finished studying and went into the world of work, I likewise chose jobs that were kind of in the area of writing. And all the time I'm doing that, it's writing, yeah, but it's never writing in my own voice, and it's never writing from my own perspective, and it's never choosing topics that are actually my choice of topics. And at first I was like, this is fine. This is gonna be fine. But over time, I started to get super frustrated with it. Like I started to really resent not writing in my own voice, which like kind of came as a surprise because I kind of thought that I was too afraid to write in my own voice and too afraid to put things out there. But yeah, maybe not. And so I started the era of the personal essay. Just like wrote all these essays and I was like, yeah, I'm such a serious writer. I'm the next Joan Didion. Like I'm gonna do it. And then I like had all of them written and I was thinking, okay, well now it's time. I think they're ready. I think they're ready to publish. And guess what? I couldn't find any publishers because I didn't know anyone. It was also really frustrating. I was like, well, like what, how do you do this then? If you don't have connections and you don't have a recognizable name and you don't have anything else, like what do you do? And then it came to me. What I need is a platform. And so, hello. Welcome to my platform.
I mean, that's kind of better, but like the Christmas tree, isn't it? The thing is, I never did become a lifestyle blogger. Like, that's my problem, is that I never became a lifestyle blogger, so like, this is still what we're working with. Like, I feel like I've been thinking about how this whole process, this whole experiment I'm doing with making videos grew out of turning 30 in a way, and how this like big milestone year supposedly comes with a lot of like big milestone deadlines as well. And this feeling that if you haven't reached these milestones by this deadline of 30 or maybe mid-30s, maybe 40, I'm not sure exactly what it is, but if you haven't reached the milestones by this deadline, you're not gonna get there. I guess I just felt this urgency to start doing something that I wanted to do to proverbially shitberg it off the pot. Finally, I guess I had to take that shit. Cheers.
The thing was though, once I started filming and once I started talking to the camera, performing for the camera as it were, it unlocked something else in me. Something that even predates the ambition to be a writer. And that thing that it unlocked is the theater kid in me. I had kept this theater kid repressed for such a long time. Like, I effectively retired from theater at the age of 13, but still, deep down, I think I wanted to do it. And deep down, something about this kind of feels like being on stage and performing and loving the performance element of it. And it's like, it's kind of great. It's kind of ideal because like, here I am, I get to like write my little scripts for my little videos. So it does count as a writing project. But then I also get to like kind of do my little performance, play the part of myself. For such a semi-throwaway video topic, like honestly, like this was supposed to be an easy one. It was supposed to be just like, I'm gonna sit and talk to a camera a little bit about something that obviously has been plaguing my thoughts, and that's gonna be that. It did not turn out that way. Instead, this has been like the most soul-searching process well, not the most ever. Like, I've definitely searched my soul more in the past, but like, this has been the most unexpected soul-searching interlude that I've done in a long time. And the reason behind the soul-searching is that I very truly believed that my reason for making these videos was in pursuit of the potential to be a public writer. I wanted to be able to maybe one day, if the opportunity ever arose, and if I ever do actually finish any larger project, to be able to go to a publisher and say, hello, I've written a book, and look, people care about me, people know me, you want to publish me for that reason, just to kind of like ease my way into what I know is a very, very difficult industry. But like, if that's the only aim, then surely if nothing ever comes of it and no one ever watches, I would stop doing it. And then I thought, well, actually though, having done this now for about a few weeks, I would keep doing it. I think that by even just telling myself that, oh, I'm doing this for writing, it remains this goal that's, yeah, that society can accept. If I say that to an adult in my life, they're not gonna question it. Making videos though, I think is a little bit less acceptable in some ways, or at least it's less widely understood. It's gonna come off as like, oh, I'm like super frivolous or narcissistic or something. I just like hearing myself talk, and like, I mean, maybe I do, I don't know. I do talk to myself like all the time when I'm alone. Like, I actually like can't wait sometimes to like be alone. So I'm like, oh my God, I can finally talk to myself. Or it's like, if I'm at home and suddenly everyone leaves, I'm like, oh, okay, let's talk. Anyway, by saying that I'm doing this as a writing goal, that's socially validated. And I kind of am starting to think it's not actually that. I don't know if I really completely 100% am just doing this for the purpose of, say, promoting myself as a writer. I think there's something deeper there. By just doing this, by just like putting these videos out there for potentially no one to watch, but not really even caring that much, it's just like, it's allowing myself to escape from that need for social validation to a level, and like to just kind of do what I want to do. It feels a lot like blogging felt to me in the early 2010s, where I kind of have this level of freedom, and I don't have to adhere to the conventions of, say, the literary world. I don't have to worry about writing oh so serious literature or oh so incisive and cutting and socially relevant personal essays. Like, I can just kind of like say, hey, you know what, this week I'm gonna talk about this, and it'll be what it is. As of today, want to keep doing it. I think it's pretty fun, pretty freeing, and that's the answer to this existential question. I didn't expect this to get as existential as it got, and I can only hope that I can return to maybe a little bit less existential programming in the future.